Deuteronomy 6, 1-25. Moses tells the people to remember God's law, to write them on their hands, their forehead, pretty much like their doorposts, to always be constantly reminded of God's law for them when they're resting, when they're working, and to tell their children of the wonderful things that God did for the nation of Israel, and that if their children and their descendants obey, then God will continue to watch over the nation and make it prosperous. So they are to write and discuss the laws over and over again so that they remember it and they can meditate on it and just live by it. Novice. The people, if they obey God, then God will be right here. He will always watch over our nation and keep it prosperous, especially if they don't fall into idolatry and worship God as their only one true God. Because it's right here. Do not put the Lord to the test. All will go good. He will drive out your enemies. Don't worship any other god. If you do, then the Lord's anger will come against you like fire and destroy you completely. Tolerates no rival. Right here, worship only Him. Do not worship other gods. Yep. Okay, so the people are promised that He will watch over the nation and keep it prosperous if they faithfully obey everything that God has commanded. If they are disobedient, then obviously the reverse will be true, that God will not watch over their nation and that they'll fall from prosperity, and even more, that He might even destroy them completely if they worship other gods. Mẹ nói con không có được. Okay. What warnings if they are disobedient? Done that. What do you do to help you remember God's law? Similar to this, I read the Bible, I meditate on what is written in the Bible, and I try to memorize the 10 Commandments and live by it. But the core of it is in loving God and loving people. And so I strive to base my decisions, my everything on those core principles, and then the rest try to live by it. This is interesting because as I was saying that, I was just thinking about how yesterday I had kind of like a dilemma. So there is a great opportunity for me to work as a real estate agent with this other agent, and my primary job is to show houses, but then I agreed to do it on Sunday, and after I agreed to do it, I felt like very convicted because most of the time through my growing up and through everything, I pretty much kept Sunday as a separate day, a holy day dedicated to God. I might not be doing anything, like I don't worship or I don't read the Bible the whole day on Sunday, but I keep it as a day of rest, and in the mornings, obviously, to go to church and to honor God. And so after I agreed to work on Sunday, like to show houses on Sunday, I was just convicted, and I felt like I deprioritized God, like I put God down for the sake of being able to work and earn more money. So then I felt very convicted, but then so I wasn't able to fall asleep, and then so I just lay there, but then there was a peace that came over me, like as I just like conversed, well, like kind of like thought in my mind, like possible options, and feeling like, oh, is God happy with this? Am I deprioritizing him? Kind of like just asking God those questions. And then there's a peace that came over me, and I was eventually able to sleep. The peace, like I felt like God was saying like, oh, it's okay, it's all right. And then so I kind of like went along with that, and like justified my action by saying, oh, well, since I'm at home with the kids 5 days already, and I'm only working like on the weekends, would it be okay if I just dedicate Wednesday instead of Sunday? So that was when I got like a real, like I was able to start falling asleep after I thought that. So I felt like it's okay for me to do that. But now I'm reading this again, and the word Sabbath just came to my mind. Like God said, keep the Sabbath holy, and it's one of the 10 Commandments. But then I also remember in the New Testament, God is the Lord of the Sabbath, and Jesus is the Lord of the Sabbath. And Jesus said that the Sabbath was made for man, not man for the Sabbath. So it's kind of like, so I'm not feeling as convicted, but now that I'm reminded of this, I'm starting to feel like, oh, I'm not sure if that was me talking or if that peace was from God. So I'm all confused again. But I will think about it some more and pray about it some more. But I think this one, Lord God, I love you with all my heart. I'm not sure if I'm deprioritizing God, so I can't really like say that with confidence now. I try to love God with all my heart. So yeah, but that's just something that crossed my mind as I was reading this. Yeah, keep them foremost in my mind.